As always, there's obviously always something new to talk about when it comes to Genshin Impact, but this is a very, very broad video, really still tied into Genshin Impact, but this video will cover some other stuff that's not Genshin Impact as well. But the main issue I have is that it affects Genshin Impact and a lot of Genshin Impact. So unless you live under a rock, you know AI, especially AI art, has been big in the industry recently. Large companies like Coca-Cola, Call of Duty have been using them within their work. But that's companies, right? That's an issue for a whole different video, why large companies using AI is very, very terrible for the future and what it really dictates for the future. But that doesn't really matter right now. What matters right now is the AI art infestation in Genshin Impact that I've seen. Telling the difference between AI and actual artwork is very, very difficult for a lot of people. People like me, you know, I'm quite around like designing. I use quite a lot of artwork for my thumbnails, my videos. So I get around looking at pictures. I know what AI looks like and what human looks like. I've grown my understanding and I've grown what actually is AI art and what isn't AI art, right? Now I kind of know what it is, right? But as AI art develops and gets better, obviously it will be like indistinguishable at some point, but right now as it is, I can tell whether art is AI for the most part or not. But we are already reaching a point where that's going to slip very, very soon. Like even a week after I make this video, or even like a month, AI art could be so good that, you know, my point doesn't stand where I can tell the difference anymore. I mean, for example, you've got the new Miku artwork, everyone's talking about whether it's AI or not, and that's scary because like the world is so divided on that, and half people say that it is, half of the people say that it isn't, and it's really insane. And it just shows like AI art is going to replace real artists soon if it hasn't already. One thing I noticed is when you look into Google search, when you look on Genshin Impact up on Twitter, the top posts are obvious AI generated art. I'm not discrediting real artists. When I see real artists put in real effort, that's fair enough. But when I see AI generated art of Raiden Shogun, right, who cares, right? That's what I'm gonna say. When it comes to characters like Raiden Shogun, Ganyu, all of these like popular adult characters, that's completely fine. But when you put AI in the wrong hands of untalented, sick individuals, you gain product of just really sick and disgusting content. Because now, if you're a weirdo, you don't have to learn how to do art anymore, right? Because if you're a weirdo who, you know, how do I even phrase this? Who doesn't abide by age laws, so let's say that, because you think that just because it's a cartoon, it's automatically alright, that the fact that it's not real, it's automatically okay. Sick people like you should go to jail, and that is just like the most obvious part. If you don't see anything wrong with that, please get help. I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, your actions are fine, move on, but I'm not gonna tell you to kill yourself, right? If you are seriously like that and you're afraid to reach out, then please like find some help before you act out on your emotions. Like it is so important when it comes to like being and having dangerous thoughts that you tell somebody important rather than keep it in, and then when you act out and you get arrested, you have just traumatized someone's life and also landed yourself in prison. It's not good. But where am I leading to this? When it comes to AI generated like interpretations of actual children and minors, there's a line there, and that line gets crossed really quickly. People have been trying to use the argument of let people use AI art to generate their own Chaska points. Let's call them that. You know what Chaska points are, you know what it is. I'm not going to elaborate, but Chaska points, Club Penguin, you know, all the deals. And that is an argument which is so flawed to make. And if people stand by that argument, I genuinely think you are a disgusting person. For one, AI is not magic. It doesn't work out of nowhere. It needs real sampled images, which means it needs real samples of that type of content. It needs real samples of real pictures of children. And what? You think that's okay to portray real life children that way? Most recent example is Smart Schoolboy 9. Smart Schoolboy 9 is like the bottom of the barrel predator, right? You can tell that that man, I don't even want to call him a man, but that guy is just the worst bottom of the barrel person. And he used AI in his posts to make children look like they were doing something they shouldn't. And he posted that. That cunt posted that. And that guy, I don't know how old he's, like 58, maybe 68. He has no clue in the world how to do artwork. Have you seen his posts? That guy does not know how to do art. He doesn't know how to do poetry. But he has AI. And all he has to do with AI, put a prompt in a website, and that will generate him whatever he wants. Making AI artwork is not difficult in the slightest. I don't want to call it artwork because it's not. AI art, I will never ever credit it for being real art, because all you're doing is, with AI art, all it is who has got the best prompt, who can generate the best prompt, who uses the best keywords, right? That's not artwork. You're using words to generate an image. That's not artwork. It will never be artwork in my eyes. And if you believe that AI artwork is credited as the same level as real art, and the artist should be treated equally, then you need some help and you need to genuinely look in the bigger picture. A lot of amazing artists spend their whole lives from the ages of 5 all the way until like 25 until older. They spend years, decades of their life dedicating their lives to artwork, to developing that skill and developing their artwork for them. They get better, and for what? For an AI model to steal their artwork along with every other good artist, cram it into an AI program, and then use that to generate more images by some slob sitting at his desk who can type in a few keywords and that artwork shows up in his own way, generated out of thin air. People who think that's okay just make me like sick. And it's not AI art itself. AI in general, when it's used, in a lot of cases it's used for bad. Now, the truth about AI is that it's not going anywhere. The only thing we can do is not let it go in the wrong hands and control it and moderate it. Because as it is right now, anyone with any AI model can just type in whatever they want and they can get whatever result they want. And now, that leads me to the next point. Let's talk more about Genshin Impact and Twitter and Google search. If you looked up a Genshin character's name, like let's say like 2-3 years ago, you would find authentic artwork of them. You'd find them, you know, artwork that doesn't look like shit. You'd find good artwork, unique artwork, which was stunning. But now, when you look up a character's name, most of those results will be AI generated pictures which appear towards the top. And that's not only because AI generated pictures are liked more by people. That's not the case. It's that with AI art, more quote-unquote artists can now upload their work onto social media platforms and get treated the exact same as real artists who put in the effort and work. Putting in a prompt into an AI machine is not real artwork. And if you are out there and you believe that you are creating real art doing that, then please get a life. I'm not saying you can't do that, but do not go online, credit it as your own artwork that you drew by hand. Do not sell it. Do not do all of this, because people who pay for AI artwork, just make it yourself. Don't pay for it. Don't fund these people, man. Don't fund these people who are going around talking to you about, oh yeah, look at this artwork. If you subscribe to my Patreon, you can get more AI generated artwork. Don't pay for that. If you're going to use AI for personal use, at least learn how to use it, man, and use it for good. Don't go around selling artwork yourself, because learning how to use AI, it's not as difficult as it looks. Making your own model may be difficult, but if you download someone else's model, you download someone's like the AI program itself, and you just put the two together, within 10 minutes you can make that exact same artwork absolutely free. So don't pay for these scummy people who try to make you pay for AI artwork. And if you're one of those people who, who try to get extra funding from AI artwork, I want you to question yourself, is what you're doing actually right? Are you like a good individual? Do you think that your work holds any weight among real artists? And I want you to reflect on that. I want you to let it sink in a little bit. I want you to think, are you doing the right thing? Because I hope you know that when you use AI models, those models have 9 times out of 10 stolen real copyrighted artwork from real artists. And of course, there's no way of finding out. So they're still going to steal it anyways. And it's led to literally artists poisoning their artwork so that if they get put into an AI generator, the AI generator will like show signs that it is stolen artwork. And those AI generators have proven to be stolen, stealing real life information from sources they are not allowed to, from sources they did not have the permission to search through. And that's what's wrong with AI, because AI was never about using, the creator's information behind it. AI was never used with the creator's artwork in mind. The creator of this artwork didn't make the AI, right? AI needs hundreds of and even thousands of prompts, right? One artist may not have enough artwork to fund that. And that's why a lot of people who make AI models are people who are good at computer science, but nothing else. You steal artwork, you put it into a thing, and then you combine it, and then you tell the AI, remake something like that, but using this prompt. And when you do that, you are stealing people's work. No defending it, nothing like that. There's no defending this. Whether you like it or not, you can defend it in the comments all you want. You can say AI art is good. But I dare you, I actually dare you, go to a real artist and tell them that your work is as valuable as their work. I promise you will get ridiculed by everyone in those comment sections, by everyone who actually is an artist and knows the artist process, because it's not easy like yours is. You have to put in words into a prompt. They have to spend hours, sketching, finding ideas, practicing. You don't do any of that. You probably downloaded someone's shitty model off of some dodgy website, then put it in your own stable diffusion model, and then guess what? you have AI generated artwork. Your work means nothing. Your work means nothing. If that's you, then find a hobby, bro. But anyways, besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. This was a bit of a ramble more than anything. So I really hope you appreciated it, and if you agree with me, please like the video and subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts. If you didn't agree with me, then you can comment down below, I guess. I would save the ridicule though, honestly.